lot of corruption is going on this morning. We're packed with giveaways, real stories, information, and more. It's This Morning on Radio 1, 103.5 FM.
My young gospel, because of this song. Because of this song, they might just cut it off.
My young people because of this song.
Let's say pirate this thing.
Yeah, pause it now. Can you pause?
Let the young people pass. They cut it off. I'm waiting for them to yank it. I don't have right to this song though. It's just before YouTube come with top and say you don't have a hair. Yes, a fine Friday morning. What can I say? It's a Valentine morning. Yeah, I wanted to start off with a love song, but then of course I had to also consider the fact that a lot is happening in the entertainment industry, and why not just go full blast this morning, Idara, and just bring us like pop, everything. Just bring everything. Well, let me start by saying good morning to you. A very good morning to you. A very happy Valentine to you. If you're not even one of those who believe in love, I don't know what else you believe in, but trust me, love makes the world go round. Love is a beautiful thing, especially if you love somebody and they love you exactly the same way. It doesn't matter if they are your spouse. It doesn't matter if they are your friends, your best friends. It doesn't matter if they are your children, even your colleagues in the office. Anyone, your neighbors. What's most important is that you are in love and you're sharing that love with everyone around you. That's the most important thing. That's the very, very, very important thing here. And we're talking love this morning. It's all about Valentine. It's all about love. And I will encourage you to call me up this morning and tell someone how much you love them. Come on. Yes, it's Valentine Day, and it's just that one day in the year. I know your love is supposed to be all year round, but it's just that one day in the year where we really express it. And you know, from this part of the world, some people feel they are machos. They are not supposed to express love. Love is for the weak and all of that. This is one day they have set aside for you to say, please, oh. Before you begin to get somebody else telling your loved one how much they feel about them, and then you begin to feel all bad, show someone you love them. Like, really go out there and do that love thing. It's very important that you do it. By the way, I am up this morning live on YouTube. Yes, you can go check me out on Ara Plus TV. Yes, you can go check me out there, so you can get to see me live this morning as I'm doing my thing right here. Yes, you can call me up. The most important thing is for me to hear you this morning. Call up someone and tell them how much you care about them, because it's all about love. It's all about a beautiful thing called love. 0704 700 3341. 0704 700 3341. I know you have someone that you really want to say how much you love. It could be your mom, your dad, it could be your friend. Today is not a day of only for lovers. This is a day that anyone, for me, anyone, anywhere can actually share love and get to experience that love however they can. So, of course, this morning, it's a beautiful, beautiful experience. 0704 700 3341. 0704 700 3341. Now, do I go up and start talking about all the orishirishi happening in the entertainment industry? Now, I would definitely do that, because, of course, I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. A lot of drama this past week that I was just jumping from one blog, from one page, from one social media platform to the next, trying to get gist that I'll bring to you. Of course, looking for the authentic part of all this gist so I can bring them to you live here on Friday. Because, of course, nobody does it better than your own news all talk and all sports station. And of course, your girl, Idara, on a Friday. Well, I'm not working alone. I never do Fridays alone. Trust me. And of course, this morning, my right-hand girl, Olufunke Fagonwa, is here. And together we are making sure that Friday is the kind of Friday that you will vibe to, the kind of Friday that you want to enjoy, the kind of Friday you want to spend with someone else and get the time of your life. Remember, it's this morning on Radio 1 103.5 FM, and of course, it's our Friday edition where we'll just let our hair down. No stress, no wahala at all, no worrying about, oh, no money in the pocket, no money. Come on, it's Friday, and it's a love Friday. So forget about all the plenty bukata in the world because you can't solve all the problems. Trust me, you can only solve as much as you can. The rest, just leave it. They will take care of it themselves. That's just the way of the world. It will take care of itself. The more you worry about it, the more you never find a solution to it. And some of the times it gets so frustrating, you want to um just do something um untoward. So let's talk this morning. 0704 700 3341. 0704 700 3341. Like I did say, a lot is happening in the entertainment scene, a lot is happening in the entertainment world, and I just don't know where to start. Now, do I start with Two Face? Or should go to Nedu and VDM? A lot, all about DeeOne. It's a lot of issues that we will still talk about this morning, but not without us first talking about, yes, looking at Valentine. Oh, you want me to start by, okay, so I want to tell Funke how much I love her this morning. So let me start with telling Funke how much I love her. And then, of course, thank you for being a friend, awesome friend. I love you beyond Valentine. But of course, this special day, I need to tell you that yes, you have been an amazing human being, and thank you for always listening to me when I want to talk. I want to rant. I want short. Sometimes I'll just pick my phone and like, okay, so which of them should I call today to rant? I think I will just come up and like, okay, Alpha, don't hear this thing. And so yes, Funke, thank you so much. That's my way of saying I love you. I love you, girl. You have been an awesome friend. So yes, you can go up and also say I love you to someone this morning. 0704 700 3341. 0704 700 3341. Come on, please somebody tell somebody you love them now. Let it not be only us that are sharing love this morning. Oh. Okay, if you call and then your love story is so beautiful, you want to share your love story with me, trust me, there's a gift for you this morning. So 0704 700 3341. Let's do this together. Now, I was telling you, so where do we start off this morning? What kind of gist do we start off with this morning? Okay, so let's go over to just starting off with Nedu. And we hear that the latest about Nedu, of course, the on-air personality of Wazobia FM. We hear that he has quit the Honest Bunch podcast after being dragged by social critic, Very Dark Man. I don't know if you follow social media, but that story has been almost everywhere this morning because, of course, it started with DeeOne going on the Honest Bunch podcast. You know what the Honest Bunch podcast is, isn't it? Okay, so if you don't, let me quickly explain it. It's this podcast where prominent Nigerians, renowned Nigerians who are making the new headlines, come on and then tell us the story of their lives. And then sometimes they spill too much of the tea that it stains all their shirts and their and even their undies. It's so bad sometimes like that sometimes we are wondering, so what exactly is happening? Sometimes we even go as far as asking, is Nedu and the rest of the crew, they don't have love at home? Why are they so particular about dragging people that much? But of course, it is what it is. Of course, anything to drive traffic. Me too, I'm looking for a way to drive traffic, even though I will not go that way. But of course, you cannot blame people for wanting to look for their daily bread, isn't it? Okay, so Nedu now brought in DeeOne. DeeOne is a comedian. Last the last edition on your show, I want to be a guest on your show, and so Nedu granted him audience to come on the show. Now, guess what? When DeeOne came on the show, DeeOne started spilling tea on Very Dark Man, and he said a lot of awful things about a Very Dark Man, that some of them were really, really embarrassing. And even though he said that all that he said he could back up, that they were true, they could take him to anywhere in the world, he was ready to defend himself. And of course, let me start with some of the allegations anyways. So DeeOne came on that show and talked about the fact that Very Dark Man, of the money they gave him, at the point he came to do like a crowdfunding. And so a lot of people actually put money into this project of his that was about, of course, taking children back, out of school children back to school, and also renovating schools in the north. So a lot of people jumped on that project to make that project what it should be. Now, at the end of the day, what actually happened was that they said you know, at the point somebody he came one time online to say that some people hacked the account and some money was missing. I remember I was here on the show one time, and me and Kichi were having a conversation around that, and Kichi was like, "There's no way that could have happened." And the EFCC could not trace it. There's something that people are not telling us, and all of that. So we just had to let that story lie. But then D1 came and rehashed that story, saying that Very Dark Man took 20 million out of that money to actually put it as down payment for a Range Rover, a brand new 2025 Range Rover. That was down payment for that particular uh, uh, um, car. One had gone. Now he started talking about, okay, so we recently see that a Very Dark Man going on trips, going on trips where, of course, at a point he came, we saw him on a private jet where he said that a billionaire actually sponsored his trip. Now, D1 came with the accusation allegedly now that Very Dark Man was swinging both ways. And if you get my drift, it was swinging both ways. And the truth of the matter is that at the end of the day, it was this his lifestyle that was funding all of the trips. So he said a lot of unprintable things, which we were waiting for Very Dark Man because he always knows how to set ring lights, like my brother Daddy Freeze. So we were waiting for him to set the ring lights, so he would start the gist, and then we would get to hear about it. What actually happened. Now, guess what? Very Dark Man left D1, who was the one who made the accusation, and actually attacks the host of the show, who, by the way, is Nedu. Uh, and Nedu now he started bringing out a lot of kinds of worms on Nedu. How Nedu has been in the business of pimping girls. How Nedu has been in the business of getting young girls to actually lie with him before they get on any kind of show or any kind of gig that is on. Even to come on the Honest Bunch podcast, some girls had to do a lot of things. He mentioned some names, even though the first name he mentioned later when he came out to say it was a pure Dash because the story was untrue. A lot of it back and forth here and there. It's been a really crazy week, if you ask me, for Nedu himself, for Very Dark Man, for D1. D1 has been on like almost every comment that Very Dark Man makes. He will go and make a video to counter or say something. And for him, for Very Dark Man to learn a lesson. But funny enough, Very Dark Man has been ignoring him. I don't know for whatever reason. Very Dark Man has been ignoring him like he doesn't exist. And according to Deji Adeyanju, who is the lawyer of Very Dark Man, if Very Dark Man ignores you the way that Very Dark Man is ignoring D1, then may not say you don't finish. So that kind of thing. So it's been like, okay, people are saying this guy has been making these damning accusations about you. Why are you not facing the person who's talking to you? Why are you now carrying this matter to someone else? So this has been going like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth since uh, um like I think it's Wednesday they started. I think Wednesday I stumbled on the story, and so it's been like that. But the recent gist is that Chinedu and Emmanuel, which by the way is the name of Nedu Wazobia, has actually stepped down as the host, as one of the hosts of the popular online show Honest Bunch after he was being dragged continuously. Not a small drag, it passed Tiger Generator. That the guy was dragging him left, right, center, and of course, that had to be that. Now it also started, like I told you, D1 started all of this, and Very Dark Man cashed in on it to actually air Nedu's dirty laundry, but it's still allegedly because from the look of things. It's still allegedly because we have not proved anything. We're still waiting for the girls to come out and say, okay, so Nedu harassed us on the set of so. Nedu promised to give us a show on so. So he has not come out to do any of that. So we are still waiting. We are still waiting for all of that. Now, of course, a lot of stories around that, and we are also still waiting to get to the meat of the matter. Like I did tell you, here on the entertainment show, we don't take sides. We don't take any prisoners. We bring it the way it is, and we bring it straight to you as hot as it is. Now, moving away from Nedu's story, I'm still waiting for your call. Oh. I'm still waiting for your call. For today's Valentine, please wish someone a happy Valentine. If you're watching me online, you are opportune to be following me online this morning on YouTube at on Ara Plus TV. Please try to drop a comment on all the entertainment gist I'll be reeling here. But most importantly, wish someone a happy Valentine Day, because of course love is all the reason why we're here this morning. So tell someone how much they are important to you, and how much you love them, and how much they mean to you, and how much they have impacted you one way or the other. Let them know that they are very, very, very important to you and your life. So, like I did say, we are moving away from Nedu's story because I think I've dwelt on that story too much. Let me take you somewhere else. The latest gist is about. I'll still come to the main gist of the day. Don't worry. I'm just keeping you in the loop for now. The latest gist about Kanye West and Bianca Censori is that they are heading for divorce. Now, that story at a point, I did tell you some weeks ago that there were rumors that the both of them were actually heading they were actually splitting. And so her mother came out to say, no, nothing of the sort. It's just a figment of people's wild imagination. Nothing of the sort. They were not splitting for any reason. They were both together, and their love was waxing stronger by each passing day. Now, however, the allegations have come back again, and this time they are reportedly heading for divorce. Now, this is just 11 days after the controversial Grammys red carpet appearance. Now, I did tell you last week that it was very embarrassing. The Grammys was really, really embarrassing to see Kanye West and allowing his wife to come in. I think she was just naked. There's no brandishing it. She just came in naked because what she was wearing was like a waterproof, a transparent one, and nothing underneath. It was really embarrassing. People were alleging that they walked them out of the Grammys. But at the end of the day, we heard the gist that they actually volunteered to leave. But I'm very sure it would have been after some people came on to say, hey, we cannot do this. So our eyes, iniquity of the Most High, please take it out, take it out. So they eventually had to leave. So according to close sources who spoke to the TMZ, which of course is the spilling tea of Nollywood, they said that the couple have already broken up, and an official legal filing is expected to come in the coming days to end the marriage officially. Now, you will recall that the couple got married December 2022 um, after a verbal agreement that Sensory, that's Bianca, will receive a 5 million naira dollars, naira, ke, $5 million payout following their short-lived union. So the baby is cashing out however it is. However it is, she's still going to get $5 million for doing all that she did. I don't know. I don't. Somebody made a joke this morning on Twitter, on X, and showed the briefcase that she was going to take out of the marriage, and then they opened it and it was just plaster and one bandage inside. Like that's the only thing she wears. She doesn't have any other thing inside the bag that she'll be using to leave the marriage. And it was really hilarious. But honestly, I don't know how people would. But of course, anything for money. Because at this age, I've come to realize that you say you won't do something until everybody has a price. However, we want to look at it, everybody has a price. Until a particular price is placed in front of you, then you now realize that you see that moral that you're carrying on your head like walk up. You see that way. So I was not brought up that way. I will not do it. Let somebody just give you one price. Except you are a very like I don't know. Anyway, let me not say more than that. So that's the latest, and we hope for the sake of everyone involved that it's been settled amicably. Of course, the two of them get to everybody gets to get what they deserve in the marriage and then move on a very good note. Well, it's still the breakfast show. If you're just joining me, it's the breakfast show right here on Radio 103.5 FM. And we call it This Morning on Radio 1. Yes, this is where we bring everything that we have seen from Monday or Tuesday, all the entertainment gist. We just pack them up and give you the real thing. Yes, everything you would have been seeing on the internet, on blogs, but probably not the real gist. But trust me, every Friday when Idara comes here, you will definitely get the full gist of the matter. And if it's going to be alleged, I'm going to put it like that. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to make it look any kind of way. It's just going to be the way that it should be. So this morning, I'm still waiting for your calls. Call me up. I need to know that my listener He's in love. I need to know who you love, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whichever of your siblings, whichever of your friends, whichever of your colleagues, your neighbors, your spouse, yes, whoever you're in a relationship with. You can wish them a happy Valentine Day this morning. Even if you don't believe in Valentine, you believe in love, don't you? So, of course, tell someone you love them this morning and make them feel special. Because trust me, there's no better way to make anyone feel better in the world than waking up to a good "I love you" message this morning. Like, even if the person is in Lagos traffic and the person is already frustrated and feeling like fighting everybody on the road, and then the person is listening to the radio and just hears their name from you saying how much you love them and how much you appreciate them. Trust me, you have taken away 90% of the stress. You have de-stressed the person without even trying. So please wish someone a happy Valentine Day this morning. Just call me up 0704 700 3341. I will do the work more than what you sent me, Seth. Trust me. Trust me this morning. So 0704 700 3341. And you can go check us out on YouTube, or you can check us out, yes, the replay later on Ara Plus TV. So you can get, of course, a full gist, a full, complete gist of what's happening here this morning. But before all of that, let me also remind you that at 8:30, of course, somebody is calling to wish someone a happy birthday, a happy Valentine Day, by the way. Hello, good morning. Hello, hello, can you hear me? Hello, 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 can you hear me? Are you there? Hello, you're still connected. So what's wrong? Okay. Oh, you can still call me back. It's still, of course, the Breakfast Show this morning on Radio 103.5 FM, the News Talk and Sports Station. I just also needed to remind you that at 8:30, Eagle on Radio will be coming up. And that is where the Anti-Graft Agency will be giving us all the information that we need right here this morning for the show. So, of course, you can call me up this morning and let's get to talk about everything that we need to talk about here this morning on the Breakfast Show. 0704 700 3341. 0704 700 3341. Now, of course, after that, after the Eagle on Radio, 9 o'clock will be back, and maybe that's when I will give you the big gist of today. Yes, the very big gist that you've been waiting for. You see that, maybe what you want to do. You have to wait till 9 before we talk about it because it's very huge. That story is very huge. Also, I'll give you a little teaser. Yes, we'll be talking about, of course, we've been talking about it for some weeks now. Say ever since the news broke that Two Face and Annie are officially separated, and Annie was in rehab. You know, I broke it here. I told you the story, but of course, the fresh developments on that story. I know you've seen it. We'll be talking about it from 9 and getting, of course, to understand the angles to all of the story, what it portends for the musician, even if a lot of people are saying it doesn't send. Of course, the implication of all of this, the young lady who is in the eye of the storm, what exactly is her role in all of this. We'll be talking about it at 9 o'clock this morning. So you should join me then. Please don't miss to join me because that is when the full gist will come and then we'll talk about all of that. For now, I'll take a break. Yeah, I'll take a break. Just go catch my breath, and then from there we'll be going straight to join my colleague for Eagle on Radio this morning and then look at all the issues. Remember, it's this morning, Radio 103.5 FM, the news talk and sports station. And I always say it like it's my bragging right. I always come here this morning and beat my chest, like my full chest, and say that nobody in Lagos does it better than we do. Every Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, our breakfast show, nobody does it better because we come fully prepared, and I trust that you know that already. So, yes, I'll just take that break now, pay some bills, and then, of course, we'll be joining Eagle on Radio from here to come back at 9 and speak some more about very trending issues, human angle stories, things that resonates with all of us, you, me, everyone. Do stay, don't go anywhere. I love you. Yes, it's Valentine, so I'm free to say that.
Nigerians. 103.5 FM has been redesigned, repackaged, and repositioned for
Darling
effective
sis.
and efficient service delivery to her esteemed customers and esteemed listeners. For all your inquiry, jingle placement, personal paid announcement, program sponsorship, commercial news, viewpoints, and lots more. Call the following marketing hotlines.
Don't take the first half of